family. This episode, it's going to get real.
Did I get taller?
It's possible.
Doesn't it get real every episode?
Every man can dream. Well, I mean, the topic is a little serious.
What are we talking about that's so serious? Are we just talking about your wedding?
Post-COVID. Wedding planning.
First of all, COVID was a joke.
Uh-oh.
Who's an anti-vaxxer?
Everyone at home, COVID was real. He's kidding, I swear.
And wedding planning is planned by the bride.
Sure.
Right?
The financier?
Fiance.
Whatever it's called. It's still important to talk about some of these things, 'cause I feel like I wasn't prepared.
Okay. How can you, of all people, not be prepared? You've been in the wedding industry for 10, 15 years, right?
Having been in the industry pre-COVID, and it's, having been over a decade since I planned an event, it was pretty drastic to see all the changes.
So you just did a podcast with Jay Ron, I believe.
I did.
Yeah. Did he have the similar? It must have been tough to adjust.
I think for Jay, he's been in the game consistently for so long. It's not such a stark change for him.
But
versus for guys like you and me, I mean, maybe just me. Yeah, it was
I'm never getting married again. I am done. I did it once. It's cool. Check this. Done.
But it was such a drastic change, and people who I thought would treat me a certain way from having been in the industry, they're over it. All that's gone. And pricing, I mean, it's just absurd what the pricing of things are these days, and it's kind of shocking, to be honest. I mean, something as simple as a floral centerpiece, right? You can obviously assume that flower cost has gone up tremendously, probably 4x what it was 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But gotta clear my throat. Watch what I'm saying.
Man,
I'm careful, right?
He's getting so choked up about this.
But labor costs have skyrocketed, and it's like going to Raketina for an oil change, right? And then wanting to charge you 10x what any other spot's going to charge you for an oil change just because they can.
Now, you come from both sides of the industry, both sides of the spectrum. You were a vendor, and now you are, a client. So you have a really good perspective on it. So do you feel like maybe you undercharged when you were a vendor yourself? Or do you really feel like everything is just inflated now?
I think even to date, right, I look at every client opportunity as an individual client opportunity. And I try to analyze what it is that they're trying to do with the budget that they have. And then I create a solution where either I'm the right fit or I'm not the right fit. I feel like you go to one of these venue halls, and maybe this was the case 10, 15 years ago, but I didn't get married back then. I'm getting married now. And, you walk in and you say, hey, I'm organizing a charity gala. And they're like, yeah, no problem. Here's the price book. But when you walk in saying, hey, it's a wedding, they're like immediately push this price book out the way, and they bring out the big wedding book, which is like 5x the prices. I've never done that to any of my clients.
So you feel like it's some type of supply and demand, and each event is handled
1,000%
differently.
Yeah.
Now, one part that I do think is false, and I always call you out on your is
call me out.
You have been planning this wedding all your life. I know you have a wedding mood board underneath your bed all your life.
Well, listen.
Cutting it out from Vogue magazine.
I don't know about all that.
This is how I want my wedding to look like.
I don't know about all that. But
ankurkgarg the lover.
But there were certain things that I think I'd always planned. Like I always wanted Jazzy Jeff or J Dobby to DJ at my wedding.
Nice. Are these things happening?
These guys are just too old now, in my opinion. Right? I mean, I don't think Jazzy Jeff is taking private gigs anymore. I reached out, right?
Yeah.
And J Dobby's crew and Circles, I mean, it's just, they're not the right DJs anymore for the type of music that we want.
Understood.
And, I mean, maybe if I got married in my 20s, it'd be different.
So I met your buddy Joe, your class president of Lawrenceville High School, and he threw it down yesterday. So if you're looking for a DJ, Joe, Joe.
DJ Pronesti? Okay.
Just to let you know.
We can see how he would handle
he'll get hood. I didn't expect that from Joe, right? He's like the 6'6" tall guy dressed up in a suit and everything. It got ratchet, and you should see in the moves. He brings the speakers and everything.
You don't know about Elville.
Elville.
What we used to call Lawrence High School.
It's going down, Elville.
But I think at the end of the day, most of the decisions that I had relating to the wedding, I mean, I didn't really have a strong opinion. I mean, I don't think I care about the color of a napkin or anything like that, but I do want there to be a consistent theme across everything. But I'm lucky enough to have a fiance who's extremely detail oriented, who can organize all of that kind of stuff. But you know this, I do favors for everyone, especially industry people, websites, random scenarios where I would go DJ a gig for free just because someone canceled or whatever it was from being back in the day.
Do you feel like those are reciprocated for yours?
Absolutely not.
Oof. Do tell. Spill the tea.
People who I started in the industry, gave them their first 10 gigs. When it came time for me, they're like, yeah, my rate now is $10,000. I'm like, $10,000 for 2 hours of work? That's crazy. I don't even understand that. Dole players asking for $2,000.
Wow.
For 2 minutes?
Wow.
Like that blows my mind.
Wow.
Granted, I found dole players that are $300, $500, but this would have been their first dole gig ever. And there's no chance that I would have that for my family.
So for a virgin dole player is $300 to $500, but an experienced 2 minutes goes for $2,000.
Yeah, pretty much.
You heard that, ladies? My rates are going up.
I mean, MC's charges, right? I asked my best man to MC the wedding, and he said no. It was a little tough.
When did he say no?
Oh, wait. No.
I said no to the barat for my card.
Okay. Maybe it
Wait, am I not the best man? Hold on.
Maybe it was a different conversation that I'm forgetting right now.
Obviously, there's a secondary best man.
No, I think we chose to not let you MC because it'd be hard for you to run back and forth. MC yourself walking in. Up next, we have the best man and the matron of honor.
I did it for Bullock's wedding, you know.
But
why can't I do it for yours? Just tell me the truth. I got vetoed by Sarania.
No. We want you to enjoy the moment.
Because, you know, all her bridesmaids probably will love me. And, you know, she's afraid they'll all fall in love with me. I'm sorry, Sarania.
You think that's what
don't hate the player.
Of?
Don't hate the player.
So, I mean, what are your questions? What do you want to know?
I want to know where your stress level's at. And how early do you suggest people start planning their weddings these days?
That's a great question. So, I mean, we kind of started 8 months before the wedding to start putting things together.
Okay. Do you feel like that was enough time?
I think 23 is just a weird year for Hindu marriages because I'm sure you...
Are you Hindu?
I'm Hindu.
I don't ever remember getting invited to any Hindu events. I don't ever remember getting any, like, Diwali treats. Don't you guys give gold to your brothers? Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay. I don't get none of that. You ain't touching my feet. Nothing. This is ridiculous right now. I just found out you're Hindu.
Yeah, I don't know if I could bend down that low to touch feet, but
I'll come to you just to get this on camera.
My stress level is probably even keel right in the middle. I mean, I'm not going to say that I'm pulling my hair out, and as you can see, I still have my full mustache.
However, your hair did get a lot grayer than season 1, I'll tell you. Can we get a before and after picture over here?
I think it's just genetics.
I think it's pre-wedding stress.
No, I think it's just genetics. I think in my family, it just runs early.
I've seen your father. He looks great.
He dyes his hair.
Oh, you just called out your father. That's terrible, man. Yo, you a rat, bro.
Yo, he looks like a younger me with his dyed hair.
He looks great. Your father is in great shape, by the way.
Yeah, he goes to the gym.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? Both of our fathers like that, you know. So
going to the gym or dyeing their hair?
Both. They look good, so there's hope for us yet.
Well, I know that my grandfather looked great, perfect shape and everything like that. He took care of himself. My father's taking care of himself. Mm-hmm. So there's hope, right? We just got to hit the gym, watch our caloric intake, and eat healthy.
We'll talk about that in a different episode.
Okay, fine.
Let's
Coming back to stress levels. Yeah, I think there's this idea that a lot of couples will hire a wedding planner. Right?
I know, I suggested that for you.
The problem with these wedding planners is the really good ones wanted 10 to 20 grand. And
I mean, if the whole player wants 2,000, that makes sense.
And the ones that, in my experience, that were trying to give me the hookup rate still wanted 3 to 5 grand for day of and wanted 5 to 10 grand for planning.
That's amazing. I mean, for them, not for you.
It was one of those things I didn't even understand.
So what is the cost of weddings right now?
So,
For a Hindu wedding, especially.
well, you got to look at it by event, to be honest, right? Because if you look at it overall, it's a little scary when you look at the numbers.
No, scare us. Tell us.
So
I want the overall.
I think when you look at an overall picture,
I think you have made us okay in your head per event. So tell us overall, because it's not like I'm getting married to a girl partially. It's the whole thing.
yeah, I think a middle class Indian wedding
Yeah.
is going to be somewhere between 250 to 400 a head.
But a middle class Indian wedding has 200 to 500 people.
Yeah,
So what are you telling me the cost is on average?
I mean it's over $200,000.
$200,000.
That's all in.
Are people this rich?
I mean, it's all in multiple events, multiple days.
Is
That's what you end up paying per person.
Is that finance? Like you're paying $200,000 upfront.
I know people that have had to mortgage their homes to pay for these weddings. People have taken like wedding loans and whatever else they could
So
do.
how much of a dowry are you getting to spend this much money?
I don't think we believe in the dowry system in 2023.
You didn't get 2 goats?
No goats for me.
She's a vegetarian, so maybe a couple of cabbages, you know?
I mean, there's definitely a Trader Joe's shopping list, but
Okay. But you got to pay for that. It's not like you got a gift card or anything.
it's a joint account. But
Okay.
but I think the cost of the wedding is one thing. When you talk to a wedding planner and to your face, straight up, they're like, yeah, there's no problem. The parents always pay it. And I'm just like, so you just want to rip off the parents because you can?
That's crazy. I would never want my parents to go through it.
That's wild.
Yeah. Even with my first wedding, it was still split evenly. I'm not saying evenly by the parents, including me and my parents and the other party. So I would just feel bad taking anything. And I did my wedding in my own venue, so it was cheap.
Venues add this thing called COVID insurance now.
Tell me
essentially.
about that.
So it's this idea that if we have another shutdown, that you get our money, that you get your money back.
Okay, that's cool. So what is that, like $3.99?
No, it's some absurd amount per person per head.
Per
Yeah.
Asurian doesn't cover that?
No, sure it doesn't cover that. Verizon's like lost the phone, will replace for $50. No way.
Okay.
And
Lost my wife.
it's one of
$50
those-
replacement wife. Hey, I'm gonna start that.
Yo.
Berkshire Hathaway. I think I got your new product.
2 Serranias? But I think at the end of the day, these weddings are meant to be a big family event.
Okay.
Right? You're putting together the 2 families, they're all coming together, and that's the part that reduces my stress.
Okay.
Right? Knowing that's going to be a celebration of us as a couple,
Right.
celebrations of 2 families coming together.
No, that's beautiful. That's nice to have both your parents and and her family just being a part of this whole thing. It's just probably heartwarming. And knowing you, I know you're gonna make this into a Rockstar event.
Of course.
The wild part is, we were wondering before we started this, what is the difference between season 1 and season 2? Just these conversations. We'd have been like, yo, so we're going to hit this club, season 1. It's going to be insane. We're going to pop bottles, meet all these models. And now season 2 is like, yeah, so I'm thinking about, do I bring a horse for the barat? Can I borrow, a car? Making all these mature decisions.
Season 3 is going to be about warming a baby bottle.
Oh, my goodness. I'm done. How do I drop this mic? Is that possible?
But the wedding overall, man, it's definitely different. And
Okay.
vendors, like you asked before, I feel like they forgot everything I've done for them, especially the ones that I called. And all
Yeah.
the new ones, I mean, when you step away from the industry for this long, you're nobody to them now.
That's true. That's true. So, I mean, good for the vendors. They're, I guess, getting paid what, me as a vendor myself, what we should be paid, right? What we deserve, because there's so much that goes into it all. So I do understand from their perspective.
You know one vendor that didn't overcharge, no matter where I call for pricing?
What's that?
Photo booths.
Oh, photo booths, yeah. Yeah.
I think you got in the wrong part of the business.
Oh,
Everyone else was charging 10, 20 grand, but photo booths were all like under $2,000.
and of
for
course,
anybody to
that's the
call
one
it.
that I chose to be in.
Yeah.
Rent a photo booth, check it out. But yeah, listen, I actually can never get myself out of the industry. I don't know about you, right? Which is why I have this photo booth company, because I like seeing all that. I like a little bit of partying, you know, getting the chicken mukni going into, and kind of reconnecting with the vendor. I actually do it for the vendors. I love seeing all
You're
the
just
guys.
a forever wedding crasher. That's who you are.
Legitimately. So I don't care if, you know, the photo booth industry is underpriced or undervalued. I love it. Last night at your 20th, you know, reunion, I had the time of my life from people that I've never met. And to see them all happy and to share their memories, it just releases endorphins, and I feel good. Just like as a DJ, I still love rocking that crowd. It wasn't just the music; it was also how I made everyone feel. So that's important for me. And now I know I should be charging $10,000 for that feeling, not, you know, $1,000.
You know, the one thing that I always thought was weird was when these guys try to charge you, let's just say a DJ asking for 10 grand to do what they do. I'm like, I could just buy all this equipment for less than that.
Is it though? Maybe the cost of equipment has gone
Oh, no,
up.
I looked it up.
Oh, you looked
Yeah, yeah. I could buy everything that they're offering me for $2,800.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I'll just buy you all the equipment, drop this whole rental fee and whatever other nonsense. And they're, you know, some of the responses are like, well, I have nowhere to store it. I'm like,
I have a storage place.
this is wild. I'll store the equipment.
Yeah.
Well, I'll rent it to you for your next gig
Yeah.
for whatever the price point
I'm sure they
is.
said no.
At the end of the day, I think people are just so accustomed to whatever the rate is now that's what they're just pitching left
Wait,
and right.
did you just slowly just suggest we just get back into the industry? Is that what you said? Is this a return of Ankur and Riz?
I'm saying DJ Ace was pretty good. pretty good. I was just at a wedding, and I'm just so hypercritical of the music that these DJs play. I kind of hate it. Not the music. Well, some of the music that they play, but it's the transitions. They're just trash now.
You just don't think we're getting old, bro?
No, man. The transitions.
You know what you sound like? You sound like that annoying old uncle that used to come up to us while we were DJing. Hey, bro, I used to be a DJ. You know, I used to have this and that. But do you think you could mix this? Maybe they're sitting in the crowd like, look at this ungrateful guy. He don't know that I started this industry. I can't believe he's charging $2,000-$3,000. We used to charge $400-$500. Look at that ripoff. Maybe this is karma coming right back to us.
maybe.
I mean, you are a Hindu. I just found out today. So maybe you believe in karma.
Well, I don't think I'm that point yet where the annoying uncle comes up and you complain, but you hear the transitions. I mean, you can't tell me the transitions aren't trash.
I don't go to any Indian weddings. When you're a single guy, you don't get invited to anything anymore. You need to find a plus one. So I either need to, you know, hire a paid actor or something. But no, I don't go.
Who are you bringing to my wedding?
A paid actor.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
You know, it's me, myself, and Ziggy all the time. He got a tux. Ziggy got a tux.
Ziggy got a tux.
Yeah,
Ziggy was born with a fully wool outfit.
Top hat. He was actually outfitted by our buddy Kashif.
Oh, Kashif outfitted. Was it stuff that Kashif found that just didn't fit him anymore?
No, Ziggy. So Kashif found a new tailor. I don't know if you know him. Okay, he's located in New York City.
Oh, great.
And so Ziggy's coming in cashmere.
Yeah, if Kashif outdresses me at my own wedding,
He already
have
is.
a problem.
He said he is. He's coming in a gold suit, like pure gold. That's what he's talking about. He's like, I want something in 22
If
carats.
Steve Harvey wouldn't approve what he's gonna wear, he should just not wear it. that should be the rule that I ask Kashif to follow.
We need to bring Kashif on this. We talk about Kashif so much. We got to bring Kashif onto the show.
But is Kashif a rock star?
He's more than a rock star. Kashif is a legend.
I mean, there are some guest episodes that we could look into getting Kashif on here.
Oh, that'll be exciting.
So who's on this list right now? We got Kashif. We got Saranya.
Oh wait, this is serious?
The return of Jackie Duffner, maybe?
Maybe.
Anyone else?
I mean, I don't know. We haven't thought that far ahead. I'm just afraid. I'm so nervous about this wedding coming up. I can't concentrate on anything else.
Okay.
I just want this wedding to get over, you know? Is that normal? You know, I don't think the bride and groom ever understands how much pressure they put on the friends around them, okay?
The best man.
Yeah, we also have a lot of stress that's going on, you know? My whole summer plans, all I can think about is your wedding. You know, you guys think it's about you. Wedding is not about you. It's
No.
about the friends and family. It has nothing to do with you guys.
It's
You didn't even
tough.
ask me what I wanted on the menu. Okay, you didn't ask me if I approved of the temperature in the room. If I like, you said the napkins don't matter. Of course the napkins matter. I want to make sure it matches the rest of my outfit.
You know, it's tough, right? We ask you to plan a bachelor party. We ask you to help with the barat. We ask you to stuff bags the couple of days before. It's a lot of work that we ask you to do.
I did not approve any of these things. You're all just pulling it all out here on the podcast, so I can't say no. I am not good at stuffing bags. That is just not my thing. I think I worked at like grocery once, and I definitely said, I'm not stuffing any bags. I will manage this place, not stuffing bags.
I think you got this, man. I believe in you. I believe in you wholeheartedly. So, yeah, by the way, you're my day of coordinator is.
Oh.
I'm going to need you to handle all the vendors, run around and make sure everyone's on time.
I got fired as an MC, but I'm been rehired as a day coordinator and bag stuffer. Got it.
Yeah, 100%.
And Bharat guy. Got it.
Broth driver.
No problem.
And what else can we have you do?
I'm just being political because I got a new hobby coming in. I can't be in charge of the best man for her to, hate me. That's it. I got to have all the responsible duties. Like, I'll carry her bags.
The real question is, can you make Saranya cry?
Why will I make her
in your
cry?
speech?
I will make her laugh.
Will you make me cry?
That I can do. That you're probably going to be crying for that. It's not a best man speech, okay? It is a groom roasting speech. That's what it really is.
And you're just going to roast me.
It's 100% roast. That's all it is. I have a slideshow and everything.
There's going to be a slideshow.
Yeah.
There's no
the
TV.
The biggest mistake you could have made in your life, Ankur Garg, was not showing up for your 20-year high school reunion.
Oh, there can't be that many stories.
There's so many photos.
Oh, boy. But where are you going to show the slideshow? There's no TVs.
Oh, I still have my old school projector and screen.
You're going to bring a projector
Yeah,
and
I have
screen?
dual screens and everything. Everybody, please turn your attention to the screens to the left and right of you. And you can't hear me, no worry. I have a new app where you can just download it onto your phone.
Tune in to episode 8 to hear about Riz's speech, apparently. Oh, man. Any other questions about the wedding?
No, I just want to make sure you're good mentally. I want to make sure you have money after the wedding to eat and stuff.
Oh, no chance. No way. I'm going to be broke for at least a year or two.
You got a full set of hair.
Full set of check.
Check. Okay, cool.
We're going to worry about that one.
You are getting used to moving into the suburbs.
It's in the suburb life, check.
Okay, good. You're coming home by 8 p.m. every day.
That one's a tough one. We're going to say we're working on that.
Okay, we're working on that. That's a work in progress. And, that you're ready to finally give up your Rockstar manhood and, hang
Why do I
up.
got to give that up?
Oh, because a happy wife means no life for you.
No life?
Isn't that
I
the
thought it was
saying?
happy wife, happy life.
Oh, no. To have a happy wife, you have to either make a lot of money or no life. You choose whatever you want.
I'll go with a lot of money.
Okay, there we go. So
There we
then,
go.
all right. So sponsorship back for Rockstar Podcast.
Yo, Elon, what's up, buddy?
We will pitch whatever you want over here.
So the Rockstar swag, t-shirts,
Yes, is this the bachelor fundraising campaign? The pitch that we're
snapback
gonna put?
hats,
Snapback hats, right? Just like that. Some hoodies, maybe, whatever.
some hoodies,
Yeah.
leggings.
Just a GoFundMe account.
Just to go fund me. We don't need anything else.
Please help out my buddy. He's about to get married. Oh my God, then he's gonna have children. Oh,
Or just buy me a coffee. That works.
make coffee.
Even though I think I need to change those rates. $3 is not a cup.
No
at
one gets
Starbucks.
cups for $3 anymore.
Actually, not
Starbucks,
possible.
we get Ventis, or you get a Trenta, right?
Yeah, Trenta. Trenta cold brew black.
I just learned that the other day. I'm like, how much did you want for that? I thought coffee was $3. It's not.
I think it's like $6. For
I had to
Trenta cold
quickly
brew.
recharge my thing. I was like, hold on, please, ma'am.
Yo, extra points though for the Trenta size.
Oh, thanks. That's how
Those
you get it.
stars, right? So you get to the free drink. Oh man. All right. Well, I mean, if that covers the wedding, this is your only chance to ask questions. We're never going to talk about this again.
We're never gonna talk again.
About my wedding stress.
Or wedding dress.
Stress.
So, are you stressed?
No.
Good.
Yes. Undecided.
Undecided.
Yeah.
So, what about for your bachelor party? You ready for your bachelor party?
Yes.
Good.
I don't know how many of the people from the 20th reunion will be there, but we'll see. Okay. I think I invited like 100 people. It was just like one of those things where, I couldn't invite everyone to the wedding.
Yeah.
There's just not enough seats. It just doesn't make any sense. And then there's those people that you're really close with, but then people that are like distant and can't make it. Yeah. So I think I prioritized the people who are local to come to the bachelor party.
Again, post COVID, everything did change, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people still don't feel comfortable leaving the country. A lot of people, venues are hard to get, and work, people working from home, people got new jobs.
Dude, booking a venue is impossible.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
They were all just like not available for the dates that lined up with the stars, the moon, the sun, the Earth, the Venus, whatever it was that we had to worry about. But once we found a venue, we knew the rest would just fall into
So
place.
that's what it was, right? So, what would you suggest is the importance for everyone that's about to get married? What do you suggest the chronological order of events is for planning a wedding?
All right, you got to get a venue. You have to get the families to all agree on the date. I feel like that's something that people don't realize is like a really, really big deal because everyone's got a certain perspective on what date it can happen, can't happen, how many events there need to be, all
But
that
this
kind of
is
stuff.
primarily an Indian wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to what a Taiwanese wedding would be like or anything else. I can tell you what Sri Lankans and Indians do, and that's about it. But after you get a venue, I think a caterer is the next big thing. In terms of entertainment, decorations, all the little vendors, I feel like that can come as phase 2.
Okay.
So caterer, venue, making sure the number of events, all that kind of stuff are figured out.
Okay.
And hotels. I want to tell you straight up, hotels are the most horrific part
Wow.
of this whole experience.
I thought that would been the easiest. to
They
book a
are
hotel.
the biggest liars about everything.
Which is so funny. I tried to use your code and everything, and I even knew to call. You're out of state, but it was very difficult to book it. I didn't want to say it in the group chat. I saw everyone else complain. I was like, I'm just gonna not bother him and book it.
First, they
Tell you a certain price,
tell you a certain price,
a certain block,
and certain free things,
Yeah.
and all this other stuff.
and you go onto the website. It's not even available.
You get the contract.
Okay.
The contract doesn't say anything that they promised you, and it's the cookie cutter contract that they give.
Yeah.
Which is like if there's an event that the heavens cause, you still owe us for 100,000 rooms and whatever else, like nonsense, right? Once you commit to the number of rooms you're going to get, which is an outrageous amount that they ask for, those rooms are never given to you to even book to meet the contract
What is even the
requirements.
purpose?
So what was the point of all this fighting and all this like back and forth and so on and so forth? For example, I had to book 150 rooms
Okay.
at my hotel just for them to give me the
That's
dates.
huge.
That's a crazy amount of rooms.
Yeah. How many
right?
people are coming to your wedding?
I mean, it'll probably be around 300.
That's a lot though. 150.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
150 total nights. So a couple of the nights,
Because I'm
counts as
saying
2
a
nights.
lot of your people are from New Jersey, so they might not even get a
Right.
hotel.
But it's still a large number of rooms to guarantee,
That's
personally guarantee.
Yeah.
Right? The hotel only gave me 10 rooms on my booking site.
That makes no sense.
So immediately, like within the first 10 minutes, the thing sold out.
Yeah.
Like it was a apparel drop.
Do you think that a lot of American venues are just not used to Indian weddings?
This is at the Hilton. They do Indian weddings every week of every summer, and we're like their number one customer.
I'm sure
So-
multiple Indians also own Hiltons too.
and it's not
right?
like I'm not in the industry. I warned my person. I send my invites out on a Monday,
Yeah.
right, so that they would actually be working, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone makes the mistake of doing it on Friday, and no one's there over the weekend to make adjustments. Literally, Monday 9 a.m. the invites go out. Monday 9:10, there's no more rooms available.
That's wild.
I reach out, Michaela, can we get this updated? Like, oh, we need corporate permission. I'm like, what was the point of me signing a contract if you're not going to give me the rooms?
It was a corporate contract, I'm sure.
It was crazy. None of it made any sense at all. Now, I get the thing, and they're like, yeah, your room block is filled. And I'm like, this is only 34 rooms. And they're like, yeah, well, there's no more rooms at the hotel. What am I supposed to do in that situation?
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
So now I have to get a second hotel, a third hotel. I have to
Yeah.
call my transport company and have multiple pickups. I mean, it's horrific what they make you go through
Nightmare, yeah.
in that setting.
Should we cancel the wedding?
I don't know if that's an option,
Oh,
man.
okay. All right. Wasn't sure.
I don't know if that's an option.
We're throwing a lifeline for mankind. or
Oh, yeah,
something.
mankind. Sorry, babe. The hotel didn't give us enough
Just
rooms.
can't do it. It
We
doesn't
can't
make
do it
sense, you
anymore.
know. Venus didn't align correctly with Hilton.
But I think the only other thing that was horrific was figuring out the transportation company system because those contracts don't make any sense at all.
Gotcha.
Single trips, multiple trips,
Yeah.
triple trips.
Do you feel like in everything you do in the industry, do you feel like you kind of revolutionized or created some new things for this wedding scenario?
I mean, if I really wanted to, I could make a lot of changes.
Or you just don't have the bandwidth?
It's not even bandwidth. I'm just like, I'm emotionally broken from the drama that they put you through. To, like
These are strong words.
trying to convince you to do a 150 room block and then
Yeah.
it not even being a real thing when a push came to shove.
That's terrible.
It's ridiculous, right?
Hilton, this is terrible. This is bad stuff.
You go to a venue and you try to argue for like, hey, can you give me a 10% discount if I do it on a Thursday? Or
Yeah.
can you give me a discount if I cut the event early or whatever? they don't make any change, but they cut your staff. So an event with 300 people needs to have a minimum number of staff for it to be good, right?
Sure, of course.
And they don't discount anything except their overhead.
So how does that work?
It just doesn't. Things fall apart. And when you realize that in the contract, you realize there's no point to negotiating because you need the full staff and you need.
So you feel broken, you feel beaten.
There was no corner to cut.
Because the whole purpose is to enjoy a wedding, you know, the union of two families, and it's tough. I see this throughout, and it is a little sad. But let's talk about happy thoughts, right? Let's talk
Happy thoughts.
Yeah, happy thoughts.
Ziggy in a tux.
Ziggy in a tux is gonna be awesome. So you know, just in case if you don't have a flower girl, you got a flower dog if you want, right?
Oh, there's a flower girl,
Okay.
and she's extra cute. We don't got to worry about that department.
Okay.
But
What's the hashtag? What's the wedding hashtag?
Isn't she gorgeous?
Isn't she gorgeous? I
Yeah,
like that. So
yeah.
hashtag isn't she gorgeous? And this is Sri Lankan and Indian. So what is that? Is that so? Are your children gonna be Sri Indian, Sri Jabi,
Our kids are gonna be TikTok superstars. That's what they're gonna be.
Punlankan? Like how does it become? What is it exactly?
I think at the end of the day, that next generation are Americans.
Americans. Okay,
Right.
cool.
That's probably the safest answer. Hopefully, we can teach them the culture of both the Tamil community and the North Indian community. And I pray that they speak the language, the kids.
Tamil.
Well, or Hindi, or
Okay.
a combination of both, like a
Bengali.
little mixture of both.
Yeah.
I mean, Balabashi and
Yo,
all the-
Uncle Riz will be there to.
I only
teach
know
them
like
all.
4 phrases in Bangladesh.
If Saranya allows me into the house, because I need to ask for permission.
Well, we only hang garlic out on Tuesdays, so every other day you can come
I
by.
love garlic, so that doesn't affect me at all. So if there's some type of like meeting space booking registration to come in, you know.
I think it's a permission slip
it's
that I
a
need to get
permission
signed so
slip,
that you
okay.
can come by.
We're like in high school, no problem. Hey, I wish you the best of luck for your wedding. I'm very excited
you,
for
sir.
you,
Thank you.
and everything. And whatever you guys don't need and whatever is not healthy for you, I'm here for you. Contact me at any given time.
You have to eat all the bread because I'm not allowed to have bread anymore
Oh, no
between
worries.
now and the wedding.
Oh, you're such a groomzilla.
So we'll see what happens.
But listen, you look good. You're in good spirits no matter what. And I think that's the most important thing. And I cannot wait till the wedding is over so my buddy can get some rest and sleep.
And go on a honeymoon.
Ooh, going on a honeymoon. So where's the honeymoon? Are you gonna let everybody
Not this
know?
episode. We'll tell them
Okay,
soon.
all right. So in the next episode, I want to cover your honeymoon. I also want to cover what's it like being married to a vegetarian where you are a meatitarian.
You want me to talk about what? We can't talk about this.
I just want to know. I just want to know because, like, you know, that's tough. There is definitely scenarios where I'm like, girl, you say what? Oh, yo, let's just be friends, you know? So I just want to know how you conquered that because you're more of a meat eater than I am.
Well, the good thing is that she's vegetarian and not vegan.
Okay.
Right.
What's the difference?
She eats cheese and
Okay.
eggs. And, it's kind of hard to be a baker without using eggs
I agree.
and certain things.
Okay.
But, yeah, it's actually not that hard.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you're not going to ask me to go to all-you-can-eat steaks and all that. You know, it's not that hard. Why don't we go to vegetarian restaurants?
As my best friend.
From now on, we're going to vegetarian restaurants. It's not that hard.
It feels like you're asking for pain for yourself.
No, I just want to
I
experience.
have to deal with it for
You
many
just said
nights.
it's not that hard.
I'm just saying, but for you don't have to deal with it ever. You shouldn't have to put up with that.
Put up, so it seems a little hard when you got to put up with
No, with
something.
me asking you to go to a vegetarian restaurant.
I would
I feel
rather,
like all you can eat meat is such a safe choice for us.
I just want to
We should just
support
stick to it.
my sister-in-law. That's it. That's all I'm looking for.
I mean, okay, maybe we can go on a double date to a vegetarian restaurant.
Okay. Does that mean I can only find a vegetarian date?
No, you could bring a carnivorous date. That's
She
okay.
will walk away right away. If my first date with her is at a vegetarian spot, she'll be like, what the hell? Charlie say what?
Well, you could bring Thane. He's vegetarian.
That's true. He is my date almost anywhere. He'll be in heaven.
I mean, if not, you could just be a third wheel.
Okay, done deal.
Safer.
Well, I'm a third wheel for life. with
For
you
life.
too. So,
I remember the proposal where you told everyone that we're a package deal and that they're stuck with me. So it is what it is.
all right. Well, looking forward to the wedding. Looking forward to finding out more about you two and bringing on our next special guest, which will be your future daughter.
Oh, no, because she fault. Because she fault, for sure.
Because she both.
All right, bye, guys.